So, just want to recap my trading day here. Okay. Um, this right here, full disclosure, is a demo trade. Um, Reason being, we saw some very choppy price action this morning, and I typically won't trade the PM session as well. So, two factors contributed to the fact that I didn't take this on a live account. Um, However, it's good to see that my model played out regardless. I just didn't feel it was. I'll be honest, I felt like the drawn liquidity was fairly obvious in a way. However, I just, because of the conditions from this morning, I thought I would stay away from a live trade. That being said, let's get into it. So, honestly, my weekly bias is bearish, okay? Now, did today change that bias? We'll see how this closes, honestly, because maybe it does change my bias a little bit. I wanted to see us potentially come down into this fair value gap here because we were respecting this higher time frame one, or this one that was higher up here, the bearish one. So I figured, all right, we'll most likely trade into this, right? Higher time frame bias to the side though. Okay. The reason I took this trade, we swept 4-hour lows right here, okay? After creating some equal highs just based on consolidation, right? I mean, these equal highs here, these equal highs that I wanted to reach for. My final target was actually lined up with the consequent encroachment of this wick here. So just the midway point of this wick. And that's where I took profit. And you can see that's literally to the pip where price went and reacted off of. But I trade the 2022 model, right? So what I noticed was a sweep on liquidity, on opposing liquidity, but mind you, because I wanted to see if that was going to happen. Potentially we come higher and target this liquidity we created this morning. I mean, we no actual closure, just wicks above these highs here. So these are equal highs, and then these are obvious equal highs here. That was a target. You can see the sweep clearer on the 15-minute here, right? And then on the 5-minute, very clean distribution higher. Okay, very clean. And also created an inversion fair value gap as well as this fair value gap here. So I could have entered off the inversion fair value gap. I could have entered off the fair value gap itself. Either one worked. And yeah, just very clean price action off of that move higher. Right? It didn't chop around. It wasn't like, if I could find an example, I don't know, like of a fake move higher, maybe, I don't know if I could find one quickly, but it showed its hand here in that it was it seemed very intensive on wanting to go higher. I mean, right? It's disrespecting PD arrays, bearish PD arrays, forming nice bullish fair value gaps at the same time. So yeah, that was the trade. I'm glad I took it on a demo still, even though it played out in hindsight, because I didn't technically break any rules. If I traded this on a live account, I wouldn't have technically broken rules. It's just, in my opinion, from what I saw this morning, and you can see what price action did this morning. I mean, this is the 9:30 candle. Okay, so from here to here, 145, we literally just consolidated in this range. Price action was very choppy, okay? I just didn't like what I saw this morning. And so I didn't want to take a PM session trade on a live account. I just, but played out nicely. So just thought I'd journal that. And yeah, so